What's up, guys? So, figured we'd have a smoking talk today. Got my coffee, got my smokes, got some chewing tobacco because I'm a nicotine addict. I already got my lip packed. But yeah. You guys know something? Actually, before I even get into that, I hope you guys have had a great weekend and a great week. I hope you're excited and ready for the holidays. And I hope you guys are prepared for the week. Take what you learn from your good weeks and apply it to your bad weeks, and hopefully that'll help you get through it a little bit better. You know, one time I once knew a woman whose house was so dirty that she had roaches in her toilet. Now, sounds crazy. Like it's not true. But it is indeed 100% true. So she's got a boatload of kids, pretty much a litter of puppies. Nothing wrong with that, you know. But she's got a lot of kids, and they all lived in this house together. And one of her kids was a girl that I knew, and I went out with her for a little bit. And after we stopped dating, we just decided to be friends. So we were friends, and she got a new boyfriend, had a baby with him, blah, 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 this and that. And they lived at her mom's house. So I had to take him across the bridge, somewhere, maybe Gaithersburg or Baltimore, somewhere up across the bridge, somewhere not too far from DC. I think it was Gaithersburg. And I had to use the bathroom. I had to take a number 2. So I was like, all right. I was like, can I come in so I can use the bathroom? He was like, yeah, come on. I went in the house, pulled my clothes down, sat on the toilet. Actually, no, I pulled my clothes down first and looked in the toilet. First of all, the toilet was disgusting, which was crazy. Okay, the toilet's dirty, not a big deal. But then the next thing I see is roaches crawling around in the toilet. So I was like, ugh. I was looking at it and I was kind of like in a pickle. I was like, do I want to hold this until we get across the bridge or find somewhere around here? I'm like, I want to hurry up and get on this road before traffic gets too bad. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going to use this toilet. So I sit on the toilet. I use it. My wee-wee touched the inside of the toilet. Sadly, couldn't even believe it. That was the most disgusting thing that I've ever done. I've done a lot of disgusting things, like eat a live fish, but that's going to be for a different video. Used it and went on about my way. Now, we can look at this a couple different ways. We can look at it like, oh, that's really nasty that he would use a toilet that has roaches in it. Or we can look at it like, oh, wow, there's roaches in the freaking toilet. So I don't know which is worse. I still don't know to this day. I don't know. I guess either way you look at it, it's pretty bad. So I go back to work on Monday. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know where we're going to be at on Monday, but last week we were in Cambridge, we were in Berlin, we were in a couple different places last week. I don't know where we're going to be this week, but I'll find out tomorrow. There was a fight on the job site. Maybe a month ago. The video is posted on my channel. If you guys were wondering why the fight even broke out in the first place, I can break it down to you. So the fight was because there was a girlfriend and a boyfriend that was working together, and they got into an argument on the job site, right? And they were arguing because the boyfriend kept going to somebody else's car to go do certain things, right? And after that, they got to an argument about it, and he was laying her out, calling her all types of B's, and threatening to put his hands on her and all that. So she ain't like that. She got mad. So at some point, she called my foreman and was like, "Hey, you got to do something about this because we were coming back from the store because I had to use the bathroom and I had to get lunch." She was like, "Hey, you got to do something about this because he's out here acting crazy, blah, 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 this and that." So at some point, she left the job site. She left, and she came back with 2 guys, right? Those 2 guys got out and wanted to fight him. So they did. None of them could really fight, honestly. None of them could really fight, but he did what he had to do. He was protecting himself, and the way I see it is, like, if somebody is, coming out to fight me, yeah, I'm gonna fight back. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many of you there is. I'm gonna do what I need to do, even if that means picking up a weapon. So that's what that was about, and it was a crazy day. And that was on a Monday when that happened. And I was hoping that the rest of the week wasn't like that. It ended up being a pretty good week that week, but besides that, it was just a little bit crazy. Yeah. Like, I have locks, right? And there have been so many times where I wanted to cut my hair, but then I looked at my hair and I touched it and I ran my fingers through it, and I was like, wow. Like, my hair has been one of the things that kept me grounded to reality, honestly. Like, with all the things that I've gone through, especially over the last few years, it's like, man, how could I possibly cut my hair? It's like it's got me attached to it. And I didn't understand, people's attachment to their hair until maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I didn't understand, but now I get it. Now I get it. But yeah, I got a couple things that I'm waiting on, a couple of goals I'm trying to reach. It's not really you guys' business what I've got going on, so I'm not going to tell you guys right now. But after it happens, you will know. You guys will be the first ones to know. You're probably wondering, but I'm not going to tell you right now. Give it maybe another 2 months. It's the end of the year. Is it just me, or has things since 2020 been really, really strange? Like, it's like since 2020, it's like things have just started going by so fast, and things have just been weird. The holidays don't feel like the holidays anymore. It's like, where's the Christmas spirit, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it hasn't felt like Christmas on Christmas for a very long time. And I love the holidays. From like September to like January is like my favorite time of year. You know, it's hunting season. You got the holidays. You got my birthday. You know, it's just great. It's a great time of year. It cools off because I don't like being hot. You know, as you can see, I'm outside. It's windy. It's cool. I have my sleeves rolled up. The hat is just for the style because it matches my outfit. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. But yeah. If you're wondering what kind of cigarettes I smoke Maverick Menthol 100s. I'm open to smoking really any type of cigarette, you know. But Mavericks are my go-to. I don't smoke Newports like every other black person that you see. Newports are just, they're like the worst cigarette I've had. Like, they don't taste how they used to taste. They taste really different. I don't know what they did to make them taste different than what they used to about 6 years ago, but they're not the same. So I don't smoke them. It's like they're not menthol or something anymore, or it's not enough menthol. I don't know, but it's just not what it used to be. So I've got a raccoon in my yard, and I've been trying to make friends with it. So the other night it came up here around the steps, and I was outside, you know, eating, drinking, smoking, listening to music. And I had some leftover chicken. So I took it, and I went down to the raccoon, and I handed it out like this. I said, "Here, take it." And finally the raccoon looked at it, sniffed it, and took his little hands and grabbed it. And sure enough, he went under those steps and munched on it. So, you know, every now and then I'll leave food outside for him to come and eat. You know, I love animals. I love all types of animals. Dogs, cats, you name it. Doesn't matter to me. I just love animals. But, you know, I probably shouldn't be feeding him because he's a wild animal. But either way, he sniffs around the trash can. I'm sure if he could get into it, he would. So, yeah. If you are one of the people that grew up without a dad, I just want to let you know that you didn't miss out on him. He missed out on you. If God had a reason for your dad to be in your life, he would have been in your life. You would have spent more than enough time with him. But God saw that it was better for you to not have your dad in your life to spend time with you. So you didn't miss out on anything. He missed out on you. He missed all your greatest moments. He missed you growing up. He missed you learning. He missed you graduating. He missed you getting your first girlfriend or your first boyfriend. He missed out on the sad times that you had when it was just you and your mom and your siblings. Or if you have no siblings, just you and your mom and your grandparents. Or if not your grandparents, then your aunts and your uncles. He missed out on all those things. So you were right there in it, in the middle of it. So, you know, sometimes you have to count your blessings and understand that things don't always work out for a reason. And over the last few months, I have learned that sometimes things don't work out for a reason, and we just have to accept those things. And we just have to do our best to pick up the pieces and move on from it. You know, because nobody's going to pick up the pieces for us. You know, we got to pick up the pieces and move on. So if you can do that, and you can hold your head up high and give yourself a little bit more love and a little bit more time, then good on you. You know, good on you. Because healing's not easy. And they say that time heals all wounds, but I don't exactly believe in that. Time helps, yeah, but you can't suppress those emotions. You gotta let it out and let it go. You know? Let it out, let it go. But this has been my smoking talk. Didn't really talk about much, but I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're not too hungover. And if you guys, like this video, let me know. I think I'm gonna make this a regular thing if I feel like it. Because I might not feel like it. And then what are you gonna do? You gonna box me up or something? What? What's up? No, I'm just messing. But really, I hope you guys are all okay mentally, and if you guys need anything, just comment. If there's ever a way that I can help somebody, I'm open to it. I'm definitely open to it. But I love you guys, and have a great life.